Hey everyone, so I'm back with another live, and I pray I don't be before you guys too long. I'm trying to be in and out. But the Most High has been just, reading His Word and just really been, just a lot has been on my mind ever since coming into the truth. And I just want to, again, like I said in my last live, and I'm kind of trying to, I'm want to piggyback off my last live talking about the election and talking about you know um, everything that's happening, everything that's going to happen as far as Bible prophecy, and I just kind of want to piggyback off that because I left out a lot of things because I'll be so busy trying to be in and out now that I don't be liking to have my videos too long, but I'm afraid this video may be longer than an hour. I hope not, but I have a lot of stuff to say. And the Most High showed me a lot of things that I don't think people are aware of. As you see by the title, are you aware the stage has already been set? The characters have been pre selected, the script has already been written. And I just want you to think about that for a second. Um, just kind of like think about that for a second. And a lot of things a lot of things I realize now, just really being, I feel like I'm walking around with my eyes like this, wide open now, because it's just so much truth I'm learning. I've learned puzzles, puzzles of pieces of puzzles are now coming together because I now understand why. And then reading the Bible, not through religion, but through its proper context, makes a heck of a difference. A heck of a difference, right? So I have notes, I got scriptures, I got pictures, right? So kind of bear with me as I go through these notes that I have. So yeah, kind of bear with me, guys. But anyway, so after Yah has awakened me to the truth, the Most High has been showing me lots of things that are so in our face, but at the same time, many people are too distracted or blinded by Satan to see it. And me and my mom have been talking like a lot this week. It's funny because my mom has been shown things the same. Okay, wait. My mom has been shown things, and I have been shown things in the same week. And we was talking about it, and it was like, wow, like this is so amazing how the Most High work and how He speaks to His people. Speak to His children. And it's so much stuff that's been happening for a very long time that was always in our face, but yet we was blinded by, first of all, stuck in a strong delusion. That's number one. We was stuck in a strong delusion, and we was blinded by the lies, the distractions, and all that stuff, right? So, stop reading the Bible through religion. People really gotta stop reading the Bible through religion and really understand who's who in the Bible. It's very important. I know that they told us for a long time, oh, it doesn't matter who's who. It doesn't matter you know what I'm saying? It always doesn't matter when we find out, like, wait a minute, it's us. When people look like us and we say it's us, oh, it don't matter. Oh, get over it. You know what I'm saying? But they want us to embrace everything about them. You know what I mean? Like, it's so it's so I don't know if I want to say it's so ironic, but it's crazy that we it, people that look like me in this society, we really don't matter. They really do not care about us. And why is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is that? If you read the Bible, Deuteronomy 28 is the curses that is on the chosen people of the Most High. Why are we cursed? Why do we live in such bad conditions? Why do people make a mockery of us? Why are we, everything negative is on our people? Why is that? It's the curses of Deuteronomy 28. Why were we cursed? Because the Bible refers to us as a stiff-necked, rebellious people. He made a covenant with us, and we walked away. We wanted to be like the other nations, do what the other nations did, and worship God, worship their gods, and do all that stuff. And as a result of that, we got cursed. We got scattered to the four corners of the earth. You know what I mean? Like, we went to slavery and all that stuff. But I'm gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the children of Israel are the ones that scattered. It's not the ones that the Revelation 2939 people was going on over there. And you know what? It's not them people. You know what I'm saying? It never was. They're not the chosen people of the Most High. Read Revelation 2:9. Read Revelation 3:9. What the Bible refers to them as, right? And the Bible also taught us how we would discontinue from our heritage. So I got other nations. I mean, I got verses I'm a read, but you know, but so what happened to the Israelites in today's time? Right? In today's time, we're scattered. Like I was just saying, the Most High scattered us, and we were scattered through the transatlantic slave trade. We scattered all over the world. You know what I'm saying? The true people of the book are so-called black people, so Native Americans, the Hispanics. We are the people of the book, and it's very important that you understand who's who. Why is it important? Because the reason why it's important, because that way you can understand biblical prophecy of what's going on. We ain't talking about no rapture and all that stuff. We ain't talking about that because that's not happening. In the last days, the Bible's gonna the Most High is gonna gather His people from the four corners of the earth, right? Because we're scattered. You know what I mean? And not only that, the Bible talks about how we're gonna wake up in the last days. We're gonna wake up to our heritage to know who we are. We're gonna return back to the covenant and serve the Most High with our whole heart. You know what I'm saying? So you need to understand who the Bible is talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you, stop reading it through religion. I was once caught up into religion. I professed to be a Christian for a long time. I grew up in Pentecostal. I went to the Baptist church. I went to Seventh Day Adventist church. I went there. You know what I mean? And so I'm very familiar with religion, right? And I was a, oh man, I was a, you couldn't tell me nothing about Christianity. You couldn't tell me nothing about, 'cause at the time, I feel like the world's been conditioned to say that race doesn't matter. We've been conditioned to say that race doesn't matter. And in actuality, it was never about race in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because a German racist was the one who classified us and divided us by race, by skin color, right? We was divided by nations, tribes, and tongues. You know what I'm saying? Well, not divided, but that we nations, tribes, and tongues. So, uh, who we are is very important. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Bible prophecy is unfolding before our very eyes. You know what I mean? Like, and according, I'm gonna read the last days. What's gonna happen in the last days? I'm gonna read this. Uh, this know also that in the last days perilous times should come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, or Yah, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. 2 Timothy 3:1 through 5. How that they told you there should be mockers in the last time who should walk after their own ungodly lusts. Jude 1:18. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they shall turn away from no, I'm sorry, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned into fables. 2 Timothy 4:3-4. That's verses from the last day. And I'm gonna read Matthew Matthew chapter 24, verses 5 through 24. Like, and I'm reading these verses and studying them, and I'm just like, man, like we really, and I remember hearing for a long time, we're in the last days. Okay, Matthew 24, 5 through 24. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Now, hey Maurice, religion is not, religion is a MF. I hate it now. I understand it. Shalom, mishpachah. Shalom, mishpachah. Um, no, I feel you. That's how I feel about, knowing the history of Christianity, and people don't even realize the history of Christianity. Who Let me show you these pictures, man. I got pictures. These are the Christians right here. These are your Christians right here. If you know the history, Constantine, man, what he did, right? You got to understand. Let me finish reading this verse, but I'm gonna get back to my pictures and showing y'all what Christianity, all in the name of Jesus and all that, what they did. Look at that. This what Christians did to us, to the Israelites of the Bible. Christians did this. Christians. These are Christians. This is the Roman Catholic on Good Friday, when they doing that pagan Easter parade and all that crap. But yeah, we oh Lord, I got so much to say. You understand me? But let me finish reading this Matthew 24. And ye shall hear, verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, which we are in right now. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sakes. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. If it were possible, they will deceive the very elect. That's how good Satan is at deceiving people. You know what I mean? Like, so, that's how he's good at deceiving people. So we're definitely in the last days. And we're getting closer to the end like never before. With all this, and what I realize is, okay, so you got the puppet masters and you got the puppets, right? So the puppet masters are the people we don't see. They're the elites that's running this world, right? The puppet, so that's the puppet master. The puppets is your government officials that you see on TV, the presidents, whether it be the presidents or whoever, it's them. Your celebrities and all that, right? It's they are the puppets, right? They use them as puppets and also as distractions, you know? And the they have been prepping the whole world to take the mark of the beast for a very long time. And why do I say that? Understand what they are doing and how they are doing it. So they create they create scenarios, right? Like for example, like for example, every player has an assignment. Okay, so like I said before in my past videos, Barack assignment was to uh for the homosexuals, the gay agenda, right? That was his assignment, right? The George Bush, I'm talking about the son George Bush. His assignment was September 11th, right? That whole inside job of September 11th, that was his assignment. You know what I mean? And as a result of September 11th, what happened? They heightened the security at the airport. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, whereas I remember when I was really, really young, when I went to Texas to visit my family in Texas, my mom would walk me all the way in, and she was able to watch me leave and all that stuff, right? So after that happened, they heightened security at the airport. Was it because they wanted to keep the people safe? No, it's all about control. Like the thing is, they create chaos and different scenarios to make you think like, oh no, this is a problem. Let our voices be heard. Blah blah blah. Let's do all these marches and do all this stuff, right? Because they want y'all to do that because they want you to think that your vote matters and all this stuff matters. You know what I mean? Problems, reaction, solutions. Right. You're spot on. Problems, react. They create all these scenarios. They create all this stuff, right? And they tell you your vote matters. You need to do this, but your vote don't matter. It don't matter because everybody's already been pre-selected. You know what I'm saying? Like they already know what they doing. You know, uh, Ronald Reagan. Let's talk about Ronald Reagan. I was a youngster when Ronald Reagan was president, right? What was one of his assignments? To let the mental health patients out on the street, right? So I don't know if you can see the picture of them creating the chaos, you know? Uh Biden when he was in the office, what was well, he's still in his term is ending, but his assignment was the migrant crisis, right? Let all these migrants over here, which will backfire in their face. You know what I mean? If you could read the handwriting on the wall and you reading the Bible and reading prophecy the way that the Bible is talking about how the world's going to end, that's very very important. You know, like his assignment was to let these migrants in, right? And they doing what they doing. You know what I mean? And what they did, what the government do for them, give them money, give them thousands, give them thousands of dollars, give them free housing and all this stuff. Meanwhile, is you go outside and I don't know how it is in other states, but in California, everywhere you look, you see a tent, somebody sleeping outside. You know what I mean? Like the homelessness problem is so bad that you say, you know what? To heck with the people in America, and let's get these people from the other countries to come over here and let's give them everything that they need. You know what I'm saying? But dismissing the people that lives here. Don't you see how that creates chaos? How that makes people that live here that's working honest jobs and doing what they need to do to survive, and how they can barely make it because their ends are not meeting each other. You know what I'm saying? They're barely making ends meet. Rent is through the roof. Like rent is through. You know what I'm saying? Like so they do all this stuff to get people riled up And it works every time. It's like the handwriting is so on the wall, and I'm just like, wow, like y'all, like I never looked at it that way. They create chaos to control. Do you think they care about racism and high crime, and do they care about that? Yeah, the streets are horrible. You right? Yeah, it's horrible. You know what I'm saying? Do you think they really don't care about that? Number one, it's not affecting them because they out the way, so they think they're out the way. They ain't got to really deal with the stuff that the common people deal with, right? So, but the reason they let all this stuff go on is because to get the people riled up to create the chaos. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to have chaos all over the world, you gotta create something, right? If everything is going peaceful and smooth sailing, is chaos going to ensue from that? No, it's not. So you got to create the chaos to get the people to take the mark of the beast. That's what it all boils down to this one world government that they want to push onto the people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow, this has been happening for so long. Even though I was never into voting and all that. Like I said, I voted one time. It was for Obama because he was so-called the first black president. Not even knowing, not even caring about what he was gonna do, if he was gonna do anything for our people. You know what I'm saying? I seen somebody that looked like me that's running for president. Okay, let me vote for him. And at the time, I'm like in my 20s, so that was my first time. In my last time, did I vote for him for a second term? No, I did not, and I mentioned that in my last live. And that was the only time I ever voted because, again, I knew the history, and I knew that these laws was never made for our people. Never wasn't made for our people. You feel me? It was made for, the 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 Europeans, Caucasians, whatever. Um, and then the people, and you gotta understand the people that's in these government offices, the people that's running this world are not. They are inhumane, right? And the reason why I said that is because why do we have to vote for, like, for example, I don't know. I think it's propositions for different propositions for different states. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't. You know what I'm saying. So for example, California, Prop 33, right? Prop 33 was like, oh, um, vote for a better, get better housing, get more affordable housing, stuff like that, right? Then they come with no. It would come with, so it's telling you, okay, Prop 33 is for better housing, but the fine print was telling you like, no, it's really not. You know what I mean? It's not really for better housing. It's for, you know what I'm saying? It makes the housing crisis worse. That's worse. That's what the fine print or whatever was saying about Prop 33. And I'm thinking about this. I'm like, wait a minute. Why do we have to even vote for the necessities? My bad, y'all. Why do we have to even vote for the necessities of life? Wouldn't that make you look at the people that's running this country as inhumane? And and when the Bible talks about these other nations, this is what it said. This is how the Most High look at these other nations and stuff like that. And this is also talking to the Israelites or whatever. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not. This is talking about the Israelites, how when we went out to these other pagan gods, right? But listen to what he said about these other nations within this verse. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. Deuteronomy 32:21. Now this right here, this book, Second Ezra, is in the Apocrypha. So if you don't have the Apocrypha, I suggest you look into getting that. You can download the app and read the books that was removed from the Bible. So Second Ezra chapter 6 verses 56. As for the other nation which also came of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them until a drop that falleth from a vessel. So the Most High refers to these other nations as comparing to a spittle. Like, but I say, did not Israel know? First Moses said, I will provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people, and by a foolish nation I will anger you. Romans 10:19. For they that are such serve not our Adonai Yahushua HaMashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. And that's what your government officials do when they be trying to run for these office. They tell you what you want to hear so you can vote. So you can vote for them. You're like, and I think about this past election with Kamala and how so many of the so-called black churches, oh, I'm for Kamala, oh, vote for Kamala. But first of all, same bird, different wing. We know that, right? Well, I don't know if everybody know that, but same bird, different wing. You know what I'm saying? Say I'm the bird, this is my wing. This Kamala, this is Trump. But it's on the same bird. And wherever that bird go, guess what? The wings is going with that bird, right? They all got whoever's running, they all have a agenda assignment to fulfill from the higher ups, which are Luciferians that worship the devil. You know the real history, right? I was watching this special. My mom had sent me this video on Kamala Harris. Like, and I remember back in the day, I remember when that law had passed that if your child was truant, that the parents would go to jail. I remember that law, right? So Kamala but I didn't know that it was her that made that law and passed that law or whatever. So my mom had sent me this video. I watched it, and I just couldn't believe. Well, yeah, I mean, it's like surprising but not surprising, right? She had this mom arrested because her daughter missed school a lot. Now get this. The daughter was missing school because she had I think it was sickle cell anemia, some kind of sickness to where she was hospitalized a lot, right? So she had sickness, you know what I'm saying? She was very, very sick. And so it caused her to miss a lot of school. She had doctor's notes to cover her. The school knew that she was sick. But this mom got arrested, was treated like a criminal. You know what I'm saying? When they arrested her, they had the news people outside of her house and all this stuff, and took her to jail, fingerprinted her, all this stuff, treated her like a criminal because her daughter missed school because she was sick. She had a for real sickness, a disease. And then when her mom got arrested and all that stuff, I think, yeah, her mom was fighting the court and stuff and all that stuff. Her daughter ended up having a stroke in the hospital because she felt like, in a way, like she felt like it was her fault. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, bro, like, people, so-called black people that don't like Trump because they see who he is, but yet they can't see. They're so blinded. They're not blinded to him, but yet they're blinded to Kamala. You feel me? Like, which makes no sense. But she did that poor lady went to jail. And of course she denied all that stuff and said she never sent anybody to jail and all this blah blah blah, right? Then she was going to make taxpayers pay for gender assignment surgery for people that's in prison. And so-called Christians wanted her in the office of the Trump because they thought that Trump is a racist. So that was a better option. She's all about the LG, whatever, the ABC people. She's all about them and very vocal about it. But yet, you wanted her? Like, you don't see her evil? Like, how do you not see her evil? Why would you feel obligated to have to pick someone to vote for? When, in fact, if you're a follower of the Most High, Yah, and you are following the law, statutes, and commandments, you know you're not supposed to even indulge in. Number one, we are in the land of our captivity. That's number one. And I'm about to read the verses, right? So this is I'm gonna read the awakening and land of our captivity. These are these verses. So I'm reading Baruch. Baruch is in the Apocrypha too. You know what I'm saying? So I suggest, like I said, download the Apocrypha by the looking to get in the Apocrypha. Right. So this is Baruch chapter 2, verses 30 through 35. For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves. Talking about the children of Israel, who is right now in these last days is waking up all over the world. Believe it or not, many are still asleep, yes, but then there's the ones that's waking up all over the world, finding out who they really are. Verse 31, and shall know that I am uh, Adonai their Elohim, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before Adonai. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their Elohim, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. Baruch chapter 4, verses 6 and 7. Ye were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because ye moved Elohim to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to Yah. So that's why we was scattered and down. We're in the land of our captivities, right? Afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek Yahweh their Elohim and David their king, and shall fear Yahweh and his goodness in the latter days. Hosea 3:5. That's what's going on right now. We returning to the covenant, not religion, the covenant. The covenant meaning following the law, statutes, and commandments. Like you need to be on the right side of biblical prophecy. If you're not doing that's a problem for you. Jubilees chapter 1 verses 14 through 16. And I will hide my face from them, and I will deliver them into the hand of the other nations for captivity, and for a prey, and for devouring. And I will remove them from the midst of the land, and I will scatter them amongst the other nations. And they will forget all my Torah, all my commandments, and all my judgments, and will go astray as to new moons, and Shabbats, and feasts, and jubilees, and ordinances. And after this they will turn to me from amongst the other nations with all their heart, and with all their soul, and with all their strength, and I will gather them from them. I will gather them from amongst all the other nations, and they will seek me, so that I shall be found of them when they seek me with all their hearts and with all their soul. Jubilees 1:14 through 16. See, so the Most High scattered us, and we are in the land of our captivity. So, are the laws made for people that's in captives? No, it's not. We're not even in our own land. You know what I'm saying? We're in the other nations, and I read to you how the Most High views these other nations, these other people. You know what I mean? And they are, in my opinion, inhumane. You know, uh, they back to the higher ups and what they doing and how they're creating scenarios to cause chaos. Right? They are not for the people. Never have. This government is not for the people. Not, you know what I'm saying? It never have been, especially for our people. It's not for us. You know what I mean? Like, you need to know how important it is to return to the covenant of the Most High Yah. You need to understand. Stop believing these lies that they feeding you, because they feeding you nothing but lies, and the brainwashing is, you know what I'm saying, like it's like they trained us, or trained society to think a certain way behave a certain way, act a certain way, covet certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like they rob the poor to feed the rich, and yet dangle the money in your face on TV. Like for example, when I look at so-called, first of all, in order to be, especially from our people, you got to sell your soul in order to get all these millions of dollars and all that stuff and be, in entertainment. You basically got to sell your soul because the stuff that they be doing, and now it's coming out that a lot of people are selling their souls to get this fame and riches. You know what I'm saying? People not even understanding that, or not even realizing that Satan is the god of this world. So whatever goes on in this world, it has nothing to do with the Most High. It never did, and it never will. Not until Yahweh Shai come back and judging the nation for what they did to His people. And you guys need to understand that's what He's coming back for. We're not disappearing in the air, in the rapture, living in heaven forever and ever in the sky. That was a lie from Catholicism. We never the lies that, and then you got to understand too how they changed the names of everything. They switched up the map. They did all this stuff so people won't know who's who, what's what. You know what I'm saying? They people think that 1948 happened. If you're not familiar with 1948, look it up. How Bible prophecy came to pass as far as them going to their quote unquote land, of this place. You know what I'm saying? But that, first of all, it's not even land. You know what I mean? And secondly, that's not even His people. You know what I'm saying? The Most High said, "I will make you jealous." You know what I mean? And you will forget. You will forget your your heritage. I'm gonna read this verse again. I think I read this. Oh wait. Um, did I read these verses? The people that's over us. I think I read these verses. I'm trying to see. I thought I had this all together. Yeah, I did. I read all the verses of the other nations that's over us. I'm gonna read it again about the okay. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Right? So these are the, yeah. As a matter of fact, I didn't read all the verses. So I'm gonna read some more verses about these other nations, right? The Lord shall bring thee and thy king which thou shalt set over thee into a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. Deuteronomy 28:36. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far and from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flight, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Deuteronomy 28:48 through 50. Now, these are the people that's running this world. These are the people that's running this world. These are the other nations. These are the characteristics of these people, right? And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. Deuteronomy 28:65. This is the curses, right? That's put up on us. And this land is like we seeing so much stuff that's happening to our people that is so heart wrenching and heartbreaking and all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm to the point to where now I can't see another video of a cop doing anything to a black person, or so-called black person or a white person doing anything to. I can't watch that crap no more because I have a son. You know what I'm saying? I have a brother. I have uncles. I have, you know what I mean, cousins. I have family members that, you know what I mean. Like I wouldn't want that on them. You know, But in order for you to reverse the curses, you have to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Please don't think that the Old Testament has been done away with, because it never has been done away with. That's the lie. That's the lie that they fed to us. Okay. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you. Leviticus 26:17. The Bible says that the people that hate us is reigning over us. The people that hate us is reigning over us, and we see it every single day. You know what I'm saying? People are so, oh, make sure you. I'm watching the video earlier, watching this video, and this guy, oh, black people for Trump. Oh, I like Trump. You better, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, boy, you know how ridiculous you sound. You know how dumb you. Whether you were standing for Kamala, you know how dumb you sound. You know what I'm saying? Because she was the one that was hanging. She was the one that was throwing the books at our so-called black men in them prisons, in them jail cells. She was the one that was doing that. But yet now all of a sudden, when she's running for the office, who she's pandering to? Who was she pandering to? You know what I'm saying? Who was these so-called black pastors rooting for and hoping that, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. This is not our land. America is not our home. Wherever you so-called black people are, this is not our home. This is not the land of the free, the home of the brave. It's not talking about us. You know what I'm saying? When they did all that stuff, we was in slave ships. You know what I mean? Like, Baruch 4:15. For he hath brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation, and of a strange language, who neither reverence old man nor pity child. And you see the things that happen to our people. They was feeding our babies to alligators. The colonizers, the people that's running this world and all that stuff, that's over us, that's reigning over us and all that stuff. They was feeding our babies to alligators. It was alligator bait, man. Like, how wicked, how inhumane can a person be to even think, to even do something like that? A baby? Why would you want to? The Bible tells you about these other nations, man. And I really need our people to wake up to the truth, man. Like, understand why the world is, well, even though, yes, the people that's running this world is creating the chaos. They're creating these different things to, like right now, Trump is gonna get rid of the gay rights. You know what I'm saying? They put Obama in office to, get this, they put Obama in office to do the gay agenda. You know what I'm saying? That's went on for years to get people to accept it, to be okay with it and all that crap, even though I don't accept it. I'm not okay with it. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, I don't know, I always forget to mention that one time, if you don't know my story, I was out there in the streets heavy. I was doing all kind of stuff. Y'all knows what, right? And one of the things I was involved in was that type of lifestyle, right? I wouldn't say I was full-fledged in it, because I always was 100%. I was always like really men first before anything, but I was involved in that kind of lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, it was a very short-lived time, but you know what I mean? Like, I was in that lifestyle. You know what I mean? So make no mistake about it, man. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of. That you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna even say I'm ashamed of, because the Most High has set me free, and if He could set me free, He could set you free. Y'all is no respecter of persons. Let's get that clear. You know what I mean? Because, you know, if you are open to following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yah, He will set you free. You know what I'm saying? You can be a new creature in Him. It doesn't matter if you are European, Caucasian, whatever. Yes, are the so-called black people, Native Americans, Hispanics, y'all chosen people? Yes, it is. But if you want to be grafted in, be it you're a Gentile, whatever. And I have grafted in friends who are Gentiles, but now they sojourning with the Israelites. You know what I mean? they gonna get into the kingdom too. You know what I'm saying? It's all about you accepting the truth. And people have a hard time accepting the truth for what it is, for what it truly is. First of all, they're so busy trying to suppress the truth, and they have been for so many years because they want you to believe what they want you to believe. You know what I'm saying? All these puppets they have out here to distract the people. It's like I was saying in one of my videos, they don't give people time to think for themselves. When you outside, when you in your car, what they put a radio in there so you can listen to whatever you want to listen to. Radio, you look at billboards that's all around. Even when you pumping gas, the thing is talking to you at the gas station. They don't give you time to think for yourself. Like, it's distractions everywhere. Celebrities, all these entertainments are really distractions to continue to do what they do. You know what I mean? Like, and you got to, and I'm not saying, oh, you shouldn't go and go to plays, because I went to, I like plays. I love jazz. So if there's a jazz something going on, I like to go to that. You know what I'm saying? So I like, to go to the movies and stuff like that. So make no mistake about it, right? When I say that celebrities are distractions, you know what I'm saying? But they know that most people are so invested into celebrities' lives. You know what I'm saying? They make celebrities their world. Whatever goes on with them, people trying to copy them. And you know what I'm saying? Do all that. They know that a good way to distract people is putting celebrities in their faces, right? So what's the hot topic right now that's going on that the whole world's talking about is P. Diddy, and what he done did and what's going on with him. And you know what I'm saying? That's another form of distraction. You know what I'm saying? They want you to get so sucked up and involved into to that they can do what they do, continue doing what they doing by creating these scenarios, creating these scenarios to create chaos. They want to continue to divide the people, the rich from the poor, the black from the white. Where's my notes at? They want to continue to divide the people, men versus women, high crime, racism, poverty. They want to continue to do all this stuff so people won't see the handwriting on the wall. But the handwriting been on the wall this whole time. How they want you to believe that how you feel matters when it really does not matter. Their goal is to get the world to worship the devil. That is the goal because that's their gods. The ones that we don't. Excuse me if I'm sounding like all choky because my son cooking and I can smell the smoke. But they are creating these scenarios to make us or get the people to follow the mark of the beast, or you know what I'm saying, worship the devil, get the mark of the beast and all that stuff. And the sad thing about it, these so-called Christians gonna get the mark of the beast because some of them believe that they gonna poof and disappear into they're gonna poof and disappear into the sky, right? So I want to read this verse about Satan, right? Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. 2 Corinthians 2:11. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. 2 Corinthians 11:14. In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. 2 Corinthians 4:4. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. 1 Peter 5:8. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your fathers ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. John 8:44. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. John 10:10. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. 1 John 2:15 through 16. So that's the reason why that last verse I read, 1 John um 2:15 through 16. The lust of the world, man. That's how Satan is able to deceive the masses. It's because it's the lust of the flesh, and again, these people have brainwashed society, the world, the masses into what they believe is success and what how you should live your life and how you should do. They brainwash the world into believing such. Like they want, you know what I'm saying? Like they want you to covet after, the riches of this world and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work over there by the elites and all that stuff. And I'll be seeing stuff, posters or signs, billboards that they post over there that they would never post in the hood. For example, I seen this billboard, an advertisement billboard saying you can co-own a luxury home for $200,000, right? That's not bad, right? I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like, you can co-own a luxury home for $200,000. Why is that not posted in the hood somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a way to, easier way to get money. You know what I mean? But they post certain things in the neighborhoods that we will never see. You know what I'm saying? And another billboard I seen, it said you can eat breakfast for free in Century City. Why? And they have this big sign over McDonald's. Basically telling y'all like you ain't gotta buy no McDonald's. Go over here and you can get free breakfast. And it's like, but in the hood, people are starving. It's kids that's not eating. You know what I'm saying? There's families that's not eating. But you know what I mean? It's like, please understand that the stage is already set. The characters have been picked, and the script has already been written. And it's very important to know who you are, because Bible prophecy is about the Most High gathering His people, right? So I'm about to read, making sure I'm reading my last. Y'all chosen and Him gathering us. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy Elohim. Yahweh thy Elohim have chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy Elohim, and Yahweh have chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto Himself above all the nations that are upon the earth. Deuteronomy 14:2. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of Him who have called you out of darkness into His marvelous light. 1 Peter 2:9. And He shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Isaiah 11:12. When I have brought them again from the people, and gathered them out of their enemies' lands, and am sanctified in them in the sight of many nations, then shall they know that I am Yahweh their Elohim, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen, but I have gathered them unto their own land, and have left none of them any more there. Ezekiel 39:27-38. So, knowing who you are, especially if knowing who Yah's people is very important according to the scripture, because the Most High is going to gather His people and take us back to His land. But again, the people that's over us, these government officials that you guys are voting for and telling people to vote for, has done this to y'all. Has done this to you. Has done this to your ancestors, right? Has done this to these are children of Israel right here that they done this to. They have done this. They have done this. They have done this. I've done this. It was presidents that had slaves. And you guys think that you guys should? Do you guys think that things have changed? Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed because the damage is done now. They've done the damage. Our people are so far gone. It's not even funny. But the only way that you can come back to or reverse the curses again is to be on the right side of biblical prophecy and understand that everything is already in place to do, and they're fooling you into thinking that you can change the narrative, but you can't. This is Catholics on Easter Sunday. Catholics again on Easter or Good Friday weekend, the Easter, the pagan holiday that they fooled y'all into worshiping. Your Christians and all that stuff. All that stuff. Nothing's changed, man, and know that it's gonna. Oh my gosh, man! I could say some more stuff, but I don't want this video to be too long. It's already 55 minutes and 49 seconds, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. But return to the return to the covenant of the Most High Yah. Be on the right side of biblical prophecy, because if not, you're going to be on the other side, and you're going to be taking the mark of the beast. You're going to be damned. You're going to be damned to the lake of fire forever. If you're not following the law, statutes, and commandments, you must follow the law, statutes, and commandments to be on the right side of biblical prophecy. You're not partaking in these pagan holidays, which are coming up pretty soon. People are going to get ready to do Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that stuff. That is not for us to be a part of. We are to be set apart. And I am going to do a video, a live, talking about being set apart, what that really looked like. Because if you're a Christian, you're not set apart. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be part of Christianity, and the true meaning of set apart is, the Bible said we are a peculiar people. Why? Because we don't do the things of the world, But anyway, I hope this video found you guys well, and thanks for tuning in. If you tuned in, and Instagram and YouTube, I will be uploading on there. So you guys have a wonderful evening, and I hope your Shabbat was great. And always remember, Matthew 22:14 says, "For many are called, few are chosen. Be blessed."